Hi, in this lesson, you will learn about mouse data. One way that humans can interact with computers is by moving and clicking a computer mouse. A computer mouse is a hardware input device that controls the position of the cursor and selects elements on the screen. A computer responds to the mouse movement by changing the x and y coordinates of the cursor. P5.js can detect the x and y coordinate of the cursor relative to the origin of the canvas. It stores them in two variables, mouse x and mouse y. Mouse x contains the current x coordinate or the horizontal position of the cursor. Mouse y contains the current y coordinate or vertical position of the cursor. When a P5.js program starts, the mouse x and mouse y values are 0, 0. Once the cursor moves across the canvas, the mouse x and mouse y variables are updated to the positions of the cursor relative to the origin of the canvas. The mouse position is useful for creating interactive sketches where the location of the shape is controlled by the location of the cursor. Another way that a computer receives input from a computer mouse is by clicking one of its buttons. The typical mouse has 3 buttons, the left, right, and middle, or scroll wheel button. P5.js can detect when these buttons are pressed using built-in variables called mouse button. The value of mouse button is left, center, or right, depending on which of the 3 buttons was most recently pressed. With this information, we can make interactive sketches that perform an action depending on which mouse button was most recently clicked. To add this type of logic to our programs, we need to learn about a control structure called an if statement. An if statement executes the code nested underneath only if the condition returns true. Let's take a look at the syntax. To write an if statement, rewrite the if keyword, the condition, followed by curly braces, and the code body, which is the code that is executed if the condition is true. If the condition is false, it is not executed. Let's look at some examples of real-life if statements. We can say, if it is raining, then you can use an umbrella. As an if statement, it would look like this. It reads, if it is raining, which is the condition, use an umbrella. In our P5.js sketches, we can check whether a variable is equivalent to a value using the equality operator, which is a double equal sign. This code below shows an if statement that is executed if mouse button is equal to left, meaning that the program will perform an action if the mouse was left-clicked. Similarly, these if statements will be executed if the mouse is center-clicked or right-clicked. Between the curly braces, you write what you want to happen when the given button is clicked, like changing a background or adding a new shape. Let's see some examples in the editor.